guys want to maybe split them up so that everyone talks about a different one? Or should I just open it up and then we'll have a discussion? Because that's what looking at yesterday, that's what we focused on. Ja, aber ich stelle es gleich in das Ding. Denn ich erwähne kurz Hotels vergessen buchen, travel plans, you can come back in plane, automobile, and the tickets we'll mention. And then, as a closing discussion, let's talk about what our goals are for the event 2023, what we hope to take away from it. So I'm just gonna say that my goal is to just be part of a successful event that makes everybody want to come back in 2024 again. Maybe I'll finish on that. If you guys want to think about something that you guys are looking forward to, or no, what are your goals? What are you looking forward to at the event, I guess? And let's just communicate in a way that if you want to throw the ball to someone else to talk, let's make it a clear signal that we're done talking. This is especially, I know I'm saying this to you, I'm saying it mainly the audience is Fabian, do we wait?
Oh, hello, Luki. Oh, very good. So strange doing this live stream through Zoom, to be honest. Last year we did it in a studio, and we didn't have any, issues with the fact that I currently cannot put the Austrian Throwdown logo behind me because it keeps making my teeth look like I am a part of the Austrian Throwdown, and I have a tattoo on my teeth. So I can't do that. I'm really sorry. That was cool to do that live streaming through Zoom, to be honest.
It's a victory that means your teeth are so white that it's a medical one.
But thank you.
But
we're trying to make that better.
It's right. It's a fun thing you mention it because last year, 2022, we did the podcast in studio. Now we're doing it on the Zoom. It almost feels like we're going on the retro version. Like we're back in time, but it's so this is over. And for the second year in a row, we're going to again have a live event. We will be looking forward to welcome everybody to the Austrian Throwdown powered by FOODSPRING happening this year, August 19th and 20th in Wiener Neustadt's own Arena Nova. And I'll tell you what, guys, I'm really looking forward to it. There were lots of things happening over last year. Diana, what was your biggest takeaway from last year's event?
My biggest takeaway from last year's event is that I wanted to get fit before the next throwdown, so that I wouldn't look like the just the weakest person in the arena, really. So that was my goal personally, Roland. But I haven't made it yet. I have a few more weeks to do some heavier snatches, but I don't think it's gonna happen. But I also, my highlight, Roland, I don't know if you want to know, Luki, my highlights was talking to Tiago Lucis. I think he is a wonderful CrossFitter with beautiful eyes. So that was my highlight. What about you? What about you, Roland? What did you take away?
No, I remember that conversation, and especially you talking about it a lot afterwards. No, this was she did not lie. This was her highlight. So what was the best for me was just the opportunity to be so close to an event. You know, all of us who get down and sweat in the gym with our bodies. We all know what it's like from watching the competitions on the TV, on the internet, but it's very rare in Central Europe to see such a big event, such a well-produced event. And I'll tell you something, I was at the CrossFit semifinals in Berlin this year, and those were, of course, they're a bit more professional, but the difference between the Austrian Throwdown from a professional point of view, it was very small, right? But how about this? I know that the media team has been hard at work the whole year, and I think we have some video with a look back to the 2022 season. So, Maestro at the deck, please hit the play button and let's take a look at all the fun stuff that happened last year.
Oh. I don't know, man.
Even the max strength workout was like a 6-rep cardio piece almost. Guys, that really gets me going, that really stokes my appetite for some functional fitness. Luki, I think this is the closest you've ever been to the Austrian Throwdown watching this review. Don't worry, there's much longer videos available on the YouTube as well. But after having seen this, knowing that later in the year in August, it'll be your first time at the rodeo, what are your basic thoughts about the event after seeing this short little video? Yeah, that's I yeah. Those are some wise words in there. As soon as somebody says one go, you let loose. It doesn't matter if it's the home workout or a session in the box or maybe an event. But yeah, so I was not aware of your hypertrophy background. So a follow-up question, as an audience or as an active participant? Well, how about this? Yeah, don't worry. We'll take a look at the scores for the qualifying workouts afterwards, and then I also thought that maybe the Masters will be a place for me, but these guys are putting down numbers. It is incredible. But don't worry, I have a good connection with the guys who organized the event. Maybe we can squeeze in a little workout after hours on the competition floor, right? Yeah. There we go. There we go. There we go. But let's we'll take a look at the scores and the qualification was. Let's just run through the how, who, where, what, when of the event. I mean, it's really it all comes down to 2 days of a functional fitness frenzy, a show, a chance for all the athletes in the to show everybody in the arena, all the fans, all the visitors, all the other competitors, mainly what they've been working on at the gym all year. And who's helping us do this? Of course, the brand new sponsor, FOODSPRING. They're coming in as the main title here for the Austrian Throwdown 2023, powered by FOODSPRING. This is going to be a great additional sponsor to the event. And I believe that they will then also have a nice little booth set up in the vendor village. I'm already looking forward to getting my favorite little caffeinated protein bars and maybe some of that. I'm really I have a soft spot in my heart for their chocolate whey powder. And let's not forget to mark your calendars because it's coming sooner than later. Of August. I think Diana already mentioned it. It's only a couple of weeks away. And where else but in Wiener Neustadt's beautiful Arena Nova? I think you will be, it will be difficult to find a more professional venue for a fitness competition in Austria. But how about this? Enough of me talking. Let's come and take a look at what we're all here to discuss. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. I'm getting ready to share my screen right now. And what we have on there is the elite male individual right now. And just one word, a small disclaimer. These look like final leaderboards and the scores are final. Our team of judges has spent the last 10 days validating all these scores, and that was a pretty tough process.
Those are
Now,
some
why am I
wise
saying that
words
this
in
is not
there.
the
As soon
final
as somebody
leaderboard
says
yet? Because
one go,
invitations
you
to the
let
event
loose. It
went
doesn't
out
matter if
yesterday
it's
on
the
Monday,
home
the 10th
workout
of
or
July,
a
and
session
now
in the
all the
box or maybe
competitors
an
have
event.
until the 22nd,
Yeah,
27th
so
of July to
I did
accept their
not, I was
invitations.
not aware
So
of
we
your
may see
hypertrophy
one or the
background.
other
So
person
follow-up
shift,
question,
but more or
as a
less, this
audience
will
or
be
as an active
the
participant?
starting field. And let me tell you, it is quite an international one. You have to scroll down all the way to number 9 to get the fittest Austrian in the qualification with Dominik Schröpfler. Do you guys notice anything else about this leaderboard that you want to point out?
Look at the scores for the qualifying workouts afterwards.
I could just notice my
I
country
thought
flag,
that maybe the
my
Masters will be
Slovakian.
a place for me, but these
Beautiful,
guys
but I-
giving down
Point
numbers
already
is
on point
incredible.
number
Maybe-
4.
But don't worry, I have a good
I am-
connection with the guys
Matusz?
organized the
I am
event.
not. I
We
need
can
to. I
squeeze in
feel
a
like I'm
little
gonna. I'm
workout
gonna try
after
and find
hours
his
on the
Instagram
competition
right
floor,
now
right?
to find out what gym he is at.
Well, it says here different athletics Trnava. I'm probably
Oh,
pronouncing this wrong,
Trnava.
but
Okay, okay. Well,
Trnava.
I'm excited to. I'm excited to meet him.
Yes,
I'm
and I
gonna,
think
just gonna local patriot a lot of this and just have my, root for him.
yeah,
Time.
and we'll have to also remember that Diana is. I don't want to speak for you, Loki, but Diana is much more versed on the Instagram than I am. So I think she'll be our connection to the younger crowd, exchanging their information on the social media. I mean, look at me. This face says LinkedIn all over, right?
Oh my goodness, Roland, you are one of the youngest people I know.
Thanks for lying to me so beautifully. But I mean, what really impressed me is that not only was Poland very active in the Berlin semifinals, but also we have on places 1 and 3 2 colleagues from Poland and Uldis from Latvia completing the podium. I'm very impressed by Wojciech's scores on the first place. I checked, I did some quick math. He is the only finisher in the qualifier with no finish outside of the top 10, right? So this shows you really how good you have to be to clinch the top spot, but also how quickly you can be off a few places by having one workout be a bit outside your wheelhouse. Yeah, I'd also like to point out the two Nika and Becca from Georgia. I believe they were here last year as a team. I met them in Berlin again this year. They said they were going to come as individuals, and I'm sure they're both very pumped that they qualified as individuals. We also have to, of course, point out the fittest German on this leaderboard, Tobias Becker, a name that I remembered quite well because he ended up winning the RX division last year. So this was quite an interesting event. And then we'll scroll down a couple of more Austrians over here. We have Mario Kainz in 16th, Clemens Reckziegel 23rd, and Alberto Scalisi in 25th. And for good measure, let's throw in Max Strauss on 27th. And then just a very international leaderboard. Everyone from Germany, Austria, Poland, Ukraine, we already mentioned, Israel, Germany, Slovakia, Slovenia even. We have Romania, Hungary. So it's just going to be Bosnia, Herzegovina also. It's just going to be a fun international throwdown. And let's see if the other divisions are. I missed Victor Schröder, place number 12. This should not happen. This should not happen. I believe he competed. Oh yeah, here he is. Here he is. I'm so sorry, Victor. I believe he competed as a team last year. So I not yes with Daniel Jan, and I believe also they won the male competition last year. So I'm sure he'll have plenty to show off if his fitness is also able to clinch him a spot on the podium by himself, which I think chances are good. Then, well, it's no big surprise. Anybody who's familiar with the Austrian CrossFit scene was expecting to see her name towards the top of the leaderboard, and therefore we're not surprised that it's all the way on top. It's Wiener Neustadt's own, or CrossFit Wiener Neustadt's own, Vanessa Wagner, with 14 points, and really 2 third-place finishes, 1 first-place finish, and then her worst finish was a 7th place. And I think with a margin of 11 points towards 2nd place, that really is a well-deserved clinch for the first spot, especially if you consider that afterwards there's only 3 points distinguishing the places 2 to 4. So this was really a close call, and again, it shows you how interesting this is going to be, because all it takes is just one workout, and then even if you go back between places 2 and 8, there's really only an 11-point difference. So the same difference between spaces placement 1 and 2 is between 2 and 8. So really, we can see a lot of potential matchups happening afterwards. Yeah. What I again like here is that it's a very international leaderboard. Of course, from the Austrian perspective, it's a lot nicer to have more red and white flags in the top 10 than with the males. With Bettina Amersdorfer on place number 5 and Nadine Kirchner on number 7. But again, I'm loving the participation from Hungary. Of course, a very famous Laura from Hungary doing CrossFit, but we're also very glad that Laura Frank found the chance to participate in the event. And Petra, I will do you a favor, not butcher your last name on the internet for the whole world to see. We have Jasmine from Belgium, and we have Caroline Müller-Korn, this last name I can manage, from Germany, Judith Melcher, Susanne Treppner, both from Germany on 8 and 9, and Patricia Hetna from Poland, rounding up the top 10. And then as we just scroll through, we have some more flags from Italy, Germany, Alexandra Winter from CrossFit Eisenstadt, I think, participated last year also as a team, and now going out for herself. Good on her. And Austrian, German, Swiss, finally some Swiss colleagues back here. This should also be a very fun division. I'm very much looking forward to seeing the elite females throw down. And now, Luki, let's get to the division that we shortly referenced before. Let's take a look at the Masters 35. Oh, but before I leave the elite female individual board, Diana, we're missing a very special person from last year. I believe it's Karin Frajova, who is not joining us this year, but I will let everybody know that she has a good reason to leave out this competition, because 2 weeks before she's at this little event called the CrossFit Games. So
we will let her slide.
We're all very happy.
Right? It will. We forgive her. We're good people.
Do you remember her finishes last year?
I mean, she destroyed every workout, right? So she destroys every workout anywhere. She's such a humble person too. It's amazing. I mean, I feel like I would be intimidated by her if I saw her on the street, but then you talk to her and she's just so cute and sweet. So all the best luck to her at the CrossFit Games. We'll be watching, of course, and rooting for her from Slovakia and hopefully other places in the world where she has a fan base.
Yeah, no, it was hers were the only scores I remembered, because it was quite easy. 6 events, 100 points per victory. She finished the weekend with 600 points. She just went out and won every event. I'm gonna say that we're not gonna see this be repeated this year. I don't think it'll be that much of a domination happening this year, but who knows? Speaking of domination, it was hers were the only scores I remember. If we do see somebody dominate, maybe the Masters 35 plus male individual category is where we can expect this to happen, because sneakily right before the deadline for posting the scores happened, Christoph Körner signed up and won this event, the qualification in this age group, quite decisively with a third.
first, second, and another first place, so averaging less than 3. Wow, what a strong finish. And again, we see how close. You don't need to be behind by much, but it's enough to throw you back a little bit, yeah? Second on the podium, Alexander Schmidt. Schmidt with double T, which is a good indicator for, yes, the flag is from Germany. We have Lionel Bourrin from France, and the third Georgian, Atavin Dimitri. Honza Hanak from Czech Republic. I believe he was also here last year and
yeah.
did quite well. Philipp Tobias from Vöcklerbruck. Dennis Hildebrand, and 3 Austrians finishing out, Sascha Sahin, Sascha Schmuck, and Niki Petrik. This is looking like a very interesting leaderboard. Yeah? And also, might I add, this is, I believe, the biggest portion of Austrians we've had so far in our division. 5 of the 10 athletes are from Austria. Yeah. Yeah.
Roland, when are you gonna compete?
That is true. So the Masters 35, I think I need permission to make myself that young to compete in there. Yeah, if you guys do a 45 plus, then maybe then, but no. The problem is other people my age don't get less fit when they get older either, you know, so.
Right.
How is that supposed to happen? But how about the Masters 35 female individual division? Diana, I know for you it'll be like 15 more years before you can participate here. But
yeah, can't wait.
Yeah, I think no, enjoy your youth, enjoy it while it lasts. It's trust me, and I think this is also looking like a very interesting competition. It's the first one where we're not seeing an outright dominator on the top of the leaderboard, but here's Sandra Heininger from Germany, won clenched first place with 11 points. And then basically behind her, we have two 12 points sharing the second place. And well, I guess not sharing the second place because we have a tiebreak based on event finishes. So Shirin Saravi making second place and Melinda Pulai-Tot from Hungary on third place. But look at this, the first 4 contenders separated by 1 point each. So this will be a close call for who can actually make it onto the podium. Looks very interesting. Yeah, this is going to be a scorcher, yeah. And very interesting on place 10, Galvach Galina, the 4th contestant from Georgia. I feel like we found a niche athlete audience in Georgia. These guys love the throwdown, and why should they not, yeah? Then we're also welcoming athletes from Czech Republic, Romania, and other exotic destinations such as Austria and Germany. Yes, this should be fun. But, I mean, what's more fun than working out by yourself? Working out with a buddy. So let's take a look at the teams of 2 elite male division. And I'm not surprised that Team Affenhand is on the first place. I mean, just look at their scores, guys. Just look at them. First place, second place, first place. And the second place, they missed it by 10.5 kilograms. This was truly not a big loss for them. I mean, this was just a great display of strength. But you know, they lose by they're behind by 10 kilos here. They're ahead by only 2 reps on the first workout. So you know, it's close calls on both ends. You just have to hope that you come out ahead at the end of yeah. No, that was a crazy one. That was the last one was well, strong, quick, fast, and they probably have a bit of endurance as well. Yeah, it seems like this this way of training really works. Who would have thought it? And who else are we? No, no, sorry, no. Who else do we have on here? We have Casa Forte, the strong house, but they're not from Spain. They're from Czech Republic. Then from Germany, we have Dip and Drive. I assume that's a reference to weightlifting and not to tobacco pouches while sitting in the car. The Born Strong Wild Boys. Very good. And Sauna Club Makama. Makama, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe at least last year, this was Austria's youngest CrossFit box, and they came with a bunch of athletes. They came with a bunch of teams. And I think unofficially, they also had the most audience members coming to watch them. So that was quite a scene that they brought. And of course, Sauna Club Makama, let me guess, your gym does not have air conditioning. No, no, no. And there's a couple of Circus Maximus. Are you not entertained? I'm sure we will be. Schütze und Sporer. For a second, I thought this was Seiler and Speer, but that would be amazing, yeah. Then we have CrossFit 43,300. I'm not familiar with Poland, but I believe this is a zip code, huh? Would that be a right estimate? Yeah. Yeah. And last but not least, this leaves us with team number 7, Threat Level Midnight. I can't tell you enough. I always appreciate a good office reference. You have my approval. This was well done. So now let's take a look at the female. And over here, we're having some changes. All of a sudden, it's not Austria in front and the Czech Republic in second place. Right now, we have the Czech Republic in first place with Expo training. And again, but one thing remains similar. They really did dominate. Look at this: second place, first place, second place, first place, and second place has more than double the points that they have. Right. So this looks like it's set up for a weekend of chasing Expo training. And they're independent as well. This should be interesting, yeah? Yeah, the Turboschnecken. So Turboschnecken, in case you're not familiar with the German language, a Schnecke is a snail. So a Turboschnecke, I think I don't need to explain. But this is what I always love. A team that can laugh at itself a little bit as well, huh? Yeah. Yeah. After seeing the workouts, maybe a little bit of crying, but after doing the workouts, a little bit of laughing. That's what we like. On second place, we have the Mama Maniacs. Very nice name. Where they're from Noricum. Great. Then we have the Squad from the Squad. Perfect. And I don't want to jinx it, but I believe the Squad won the female intermediate last year, or did they? And at the award ceremony, one of the team members revealed that she just had a child like 8 weeks ago, and everyone's jaws dropped. So maybe
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Maybe this is like the Mama Maniacs and the Squad have their own little maternal competition going on here. But yeah, hats off to all the moms out there. Respect. Then number 4, I think these are the people that I need to talk to, the Style Police. And then we have, yes, I'm just, Gains and Roses from CrossFit Wiener Neustadt. So this team at least does not have to travel a lot. We have the Hive Masters from Austria. Where are they coming from? Independent. There you go. And the Last Minute from SAPT, which should be in Graz. So last minute comes in last place, but who knows how this is going to shake up the day of the event. So now let's
They did it last minute, so we have to forgive them for being last.
It's okay. I mean, come on, if I would have done these events last minute, you would not find me within the cutoff.
Exactly. Me neither.
And here we have now the mixed teams. And I think here the mixed teams, we can already see that the names are getting longer, they're getting a bit funnier. But for the first team, everything is business as usual. Yes, guys, I speak perfect Austrian English. Well done, you guys. Where are you from? CrossFit Awata, well done. So again, with the 7 points, they clinched the first spot, 1, 2, and a 3. So they visited every spot on the podium to come in on first place before Gains and Roses with 12 points on spot number 2, and Gains and Roses Germany on spot number 19. So I see a strong Gains and Roses representation here. We have them from CrossFit Arch, and where are these two from? From Heart and Heavy CrossFit. Very interesting. Team Trafo from Hungary. These guys are also known for not being too shy with throwing the dumbbell around. And this team number 5, it's sort of a interesting. It's not very often that you see a team name finishing with a question mark. Would you like to translate this on the spot, Luki? Yeah, no, please go ahead to do it. Yeah, no, I'm kidding. But yeah, are you sure that you want to do this? Who has not thought these words to themselves during a competition or before? For the last 3 minutes. After the workout or before? Yeah, my favorite moments are like the 3 minutes before the workout, where it's just the brain shuts off and it's completely empty, and you don't even know yet. After the workout, how much it's gonna hurt afterwards. Yeah, I've heard about that. Then finishing off the 10 spots, we have Seblinka Flachlandhasen from Black Sunset CrossFit in Burgenland. We have CFD Dream Team from Czech Republic. The Öfis. I'm pretty sure that this is not the Swiss abbreviation for public transportation. It's very similar spelling to what we call it here in Austria. Natze Katze and Tinebiene. Very nice. And Bavarian Steel rounding it up on spot number 10. And now, if we had fun with the team names already for this division, then let's take a look. From Logic will tell us the intermediate teams are maybe not as fit, but I bet they have the more fun team names. Let's see if we can actually confirm this. So my Czech is not good enough to understand if this is a funny team name. Diana, do you have some input on this maybe? Or
I'm not sure what they're trying to do. Chambers, if it's supposed to be chambers or I'm not sure if it's like a churches thing or chamber. Yeah, I
well, we'll
don't.
figure it out.
We never understood the Czechs. This is why we had to split up. So it's
okay. I'm sorry.
it's their humor is just so different to ours. So it was never gonna work out. Yeah, that's how you know it's time to go.
Well, they won the qualifier representing Ultimate Fitness Olomouc, coming in with 8 points in total. That's 10 points less than second place, Die Blondinen in Germany. So the female blondes, I guess, which is funny because it's the male team. Where are they coming from? From CrossFit Innsbruck, and yet they're I assume they're here studying at the university there.
Do you
Then
think
we
that
have
they will be
team.
blonde? I don't think so. I think we should bet on this, guys.
Yes,
If,
I'm on
if
your
they're
side,
blonde,
Diana. I don't think that
They already have a name of the other gender, so I think that they're trolling us fully.
so I think if the blonde ones come here and they're not blonde, I think they'll have some extra burpees to do.
Okay, we'll give them that.
We'll catch them. Yeah.
We'll
So
give them-
this is we'll consider this team name a promise.
Okay.
All right, there we go. Team Shutafi from Israel with 23 points, and then team at 4 with a very funny name. We saw it yesterday, and without looking at where they're from, I would have assumed they're from Frankfurt, Eintracht Frankfurt, but no, they get Eintracht Prügel, which is it really slang? It's just the Austrian way of speaking. So just a cohort of beatings. That's what waits for you usually. I think they named themselves this because that's what they expect to get from the workouts, huh? Also from Burgenland, so they have a good sense of humor at least. There you go, CrossFit Eisenstadt. Well done. Then we have another team from Austria, the Celtics Free Cross Training. From independent status, we have the Hammer Bros from Serbia. That's actually the first Serbians I think we're seeing in the event, so good on the Hammer Bros for coming out. The Cardio Maniacs, the One Tribe Pantheon, the Old Ones, and the Los Amigos closing this out. This should be fun.
Yeah.
Ooh, we have even more. We have much more. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention it. This goes up to.
there's some good names you left out.
Yeah.
Let's
Let's
talk
talk
about
about
They were the old ones, Roland. They were the old ones. You should join their team next time.
the old ones. There you go. Yeah. No, I'm the all hustle, no muscle.
Oh,
That's what represents me more. Yeah. But I'm liking the father and son. If this is the truth, then I would very much love to see it. Again, a team from Georgia representing. Yeah. And speaking of Georgia, wow, I thought that was exotic already. But we have a team coming in from Colombia, so this should be interesting.
Can you click that? Can we see what they're?
They're from CrossFit Ace, actually. Very nice.
Is that in Austria?
That's not only in Austria, but that's the box where I train at. So I'll have to do some more research about who this is. Should be
Probably
fun.
you should know them.
Well, I probably will, but I didn't know we had that many Colombians in the box.
So many guys from Georgia. They probably chartered a plane already.
Maybe.
Yeah, I
Come
wonder
back
if
train,
there's
that's
an ad for the CrossFit Throwdown in Georgia just on YouTube or something, you know?
Yeah, it's like everywhere. It's do the Austrian Throwdown. Come to Austria. It's great there.
Come to Austria. Your fitness is already here.
Yes.
So then we have the female male division coming up, and let's take a quick look. I think this is the most dominated version we've seen so far. We have in spot number 1 the kids from Hungary with 5 points, 1-1-1, and then a second place, and the second place by less than half a minute. So this was a strong showing, but the second place has quick math, 13 points on them. Mini but Mighty from Austria, and then 3 more points behind the Battle Buddies from Luxembourg, closing out the podium. Wow, CrossFit Live and Let Train, and CrossFit 1839. This looks also like a very, very interesting division. Let's check out some of these other names. We have the All Pain No Gain.
They were there last year.
Luxembourg, I believe so. And let's see if they're still on the
Georgia.
Yeah, Tom and Jerry from Georgia. That's not a bad one as well. Team Vikings from CrossFit Lift Like a Viking. Wow, that's a very interesting box name. And number 11, Stabiler als die Seitenlage.
I like
There
that.
you go. I don't even know how to explain this. There's so many intricacies. If you don't speak German, I'm sorry. This will just be too difficult. On Point Athletics from Poland. First FC Natty. There you go. We'll do the testing locally. We'll figure that out. And this is amazing. We have Tom Jerry on place number 9. And then not far behind, we have the Pink Panthers. So it's the competition between the cartoon characters. And fueled by Ben and Jerry's right afterwards. Ooh, fueled by Ben and Jerry's. I feel like that's a very smart way to try to get some free ice cream, to just put that into your name, huh?
The Lazy Club. That's our club.
Yeah, I feel like this is the Lazy Club from Poland. I feel like you guys are my spirit animals. And let's close this entire thing out by taking a look at the last division, the intermediate female. And I already feel like there's going to be some confusion in the broadcast booth, as this is like the third team called All Pain, No Gain. Yes. But I'm sure we'll figure out some way of keeping them apart. This seemed also to be like an interesting competition, but with don't want to say normal or regular, but with more evenly distributed points. 9 points for the first place, and then 12, 13 on the third place. So we have a nice little progression. This looks like there will be a few spots to move, but more or less the roles look assigned. So really, all that's left for everyone to do is just come prepared and be ready to take off the regulator and just go full throttle on some of these workouts. Yeah. Let's see where some of these are from. We have the first one, All Pain, No Gain from Germany, and then 3 back-to-back from Austria. 2 Engel für Freddy from Makama, really one of the bigger boxes participating here. CrossFit Live and Let Train, Row and Order, and you are also from Live and Let Train. Ooh, so we have a little bit of a CrossFit internal competition here going on in this division. This makes it interesting.
What did we get into? I like that one.
Yeah.
Bar-facing Barbies. Oh.
Bar-facing Barbies sounds very good. Yeah. Bar-facing Barbies and Hipping Ken. We have Row and Order. We have Law and Order. CrossFit Sonderbar. There you go. So I feel like we have another competition between Row and Order and Law and Order as well. What did we get into? Where are you guys from? From Pin Fitness. There you go. Uma Nudeln.
Also very nice name.
Very
Can
nice
you translate
name.
that?
And how would you describe this in English? It's a German word, and in the cross, it's an Austrian word. I'm sorry, it's a quite dialect. And I think, do you think it's a reference to them maybe not always having the best form possible? Uma Nudeln, that's what I would take from that. Huh?
Also very nice name.
I'm sure at CrossFit very nice. They know how to do it, so this is for sure meant as a joke. How would you? I will be very much looking forward to meeting you guys.
Yeah, we will ask them how they came up with their name.
Yeah, the Squad Avengers. Maybe this is just a typo, or maybe there's more meaning behind it.
Mm-hmm.
They're from the squad for sure. We have Bren and Fran from Team Brit Barbell. Sunny Side Up from Black Sunset. Oh My Quad. Granite Box makes sense. And Rawsome Cookies. Let me guess, you're from CrossFit Rawsome. This all makes a lot of sense. Guys, we went through all the leaderboards. What else is there to say? I would stop sharing my screen now if that's okay. What?
Of course.
Did we forget? Maybe just some housekeeping points. Please, everyone, don't forget to book your hotels. There's plenty available in Wiener Neustadt. Just Google Arena Nova. On the Google Maps, there's plenty of hotel options very much nearby. Don't forget to book. It usually fills up quite quickly. When you're making your travel plans, keep in mind you can arrive in Wiener Neustadt by train, by car, by plane. It's very easily reachable by train. You can take the train even from the airport. You can fly into Vienna and then take the train to Wiener Neustadt. You can take the train to Vienna and then come to Wiener Neustadt. And of course, if you come by car, Wiener Neustadt is right on the highway, just a little bit less than, maybe let's say 45 minutes south of Vienna. And if you don't know how to get there yet, Google Maps is your friends. And please also don't forget to buy tickets. The day pass, the 2-day pass, the festival pass is 40 euros for both day. And for 1 day, it's 25 each. I believe last year we sold out on the last day. So if you want to see the action, then please get your tickets on time. Guys, what do you think? We have a big event ahead of us. What are your expectations, your goals, your personal things that you want to witness, want to see, want to achieve yourself at the Austrian Throwdown, powered by FOODSPRING later on this year at Arena Nova in Wiener Neustadt?
Well, personally, I'm just excited to be in a room full of people doing a lot of sports, because that is the happiest times, with everybody having so many endorphins and dopamine in them, and of course adrenaline. So all the good hormones that make everything really fun. So it's going to be really fun to see new faces, old faces as well, and just overall excited to again feel like I'm not fit enough to be in the room.
Oh yes, you are. Don't be underestimating yourself.
We haven't met, Luki. We have not met. So.
But they told me so much about you. So
they told you about how much I can snatch. Okay.
Probably a lot. Probably a lot.
Let's not go there. Let's not go there, Luki. You tell me how it's gonna be your first time there. So let us know what your expectations are, so we can meet them. You know.
Well, I'm just happy to see all the people doing what they do probably best and giving their best shot at the workouts, and see them doing amazing efforts. And I'm sure that everybody who's participating will do a good job. And being part of that is worth a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
That is very much true. And it's good that you mentioned the athletes giving everything they got in front of the scenes. What I'm looking forward to the most is being part of an organizational team and the media team, where just behind the scenes there's so much effort and work being done that it almost rivals the efforts that are being brought in front of on the competition floor. But just when I think back about the last year, the amount of equipment that we built up and then built down, the technical setup, it was just amazing. Anybody interested in the production of live events, come to Wiener Neustadt, check out what the team here is doing. This is really going to be a great event. I'm very much looking forward to it. Diana, Luki, thanks for joining on this call.
Thank you really for
talked about everything there is to talk about, and let's see if we have a chance to get together again one more time for a short fireside chat before the event starts. But if we don't see each other online again, then let's meet each other at the Austrian Throwdown, powered by FOODSPRING. I'll say it one more time because it's just so nice. Coming to you in Arena Nova, Wiener Neustadt, August 19th and 20th. And the year is 2023. Less than 7 weeks to go, and I am super excited. I hope everyone is pumped as well. This was us. Thanks a lot for tuning in, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
You there.